How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. God bless our country of Mexico, our city of Tijuana, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you so much for joining in. This is a early broadcast for everybody, February 8th. For every single one of you. First and foremost, I want you guys to like the video, share the video, like the video. We are live at Getter. We are also live at Twitter. We are live at YouTube, and we are live at Facebook. So we are live on all platforms. Please like the video, share the video, like the video, share the video. Hit that like button on Facebook, hit that bell button on YouTube, hit that like button on Twitter, hit that like button on Getter. This will break the algorithms if we help each other on that. We're just here to just watch. It's all right. But if you just hit that like button, it will be different. Thank you so much for every single one of you that is joining. This is an update of what is happening. And I will say it in Spanish real quick. Señores, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas tardes. Bienvenidos a todos. Soy Oscar Blue para el programa de Border Network News, corresponsal para Real America's Voice News and the Wendy Bell Radio Network. Señores, bienvenidos. Péguenle el like, al botón de like en Facebook, en YouTube. También estamos en vivo en Twitter y también en Getter. Bienvenidos a todos. If you want to ask, si ustedes quieren hacer una pregunta en español, un comentario en español, se los puedo leer y adelante. If you want to ask a question in Spanish, go ahead. I will address the question in Spanish. Thank you so much for joining in. This is an update of what is really happening right now at the borders. Have you guys known, we have been traveling. Like always, we travel a lot to bring you guys reality and truth of the news of everything that is happening. Before I go on, Buy Me a Coffee is on the top link if you guys like to contribute to our independent reporting and broadcasting and travel fund. More importantly, a travel fund, because we travel a lot, we walk the walk, and we don't talk the talk. So it is really important that you guys, help us continue. If you can help us continue to particularly continue our journey to broadcast and give you guys reality and truth of the news. So a lot of people have been asking what's going on with the people from Ukraine, Oscar. The people from Ukraine, that they have been arriving to your city of Tijuana. Yes, a lot of people from Ukraine arrived to Tijuana, and they are still being processed. There is a new shelter, which I have been posting also in our website, oscarblue.com, oscarblueramirez.com. Go over there and search every single thing that is regarding the news, oscarblueramirez.com. That you will get the information of what's going on with the migrants from Ukraine. This is particularly what is happening right now with them. So this happened the other day. This is the bus station where they were located. And this is the bus station where they were sleeping. As you can see, it's a complete different scenario. I'm not demeaning. I'm not denigrating other migrants from other locations or other migrants from other parts of the world. It is extremely important that we do this comparison, because it will tell you the level of education, the lack of level of education on third world class countries, and ultimately not only that, but also the difference of culture between third world class countries and first world class countries. Ukraine, at this particular juncture, I will dare to say that they demonstrated the level of culture, the level of respect, and ultimately that they come from a different level of culture, even demonstrated being more organized and more clean than even Mexicans in their own country. More than 200 migrants, 250 to 300 migrants that were located at this bus station, waiting to go in and waiting to be attended into the United States of America. This is how they left the bus station. As you can see, all the blankets are folded. They clean and they sanitize the place with their volunteers that they're coming from the United States, that there are Ukrainians. These are actually Ukrainians that they're coming in, that they live in the United States, Ukrainian U.S. citizens or U.S. citizens by heritage of Ukraine. They're coming over here to Tijuana to help their own people, and they clean the whole bus station. Outside of the bus station, for me, it was shocking, because I have always been with caravans, and I seen how the desperation, the lack of culture, the lack of education, also ultimately the fight between the migrant population and also the National Guard and also border agents. It is completely different, the culture. The Ukrainians adapt immediately to our culture in Mexico. And it is the level of education, because in third world class countries, they don't have these possibilities of educating themselves much quicker, also having a better education and a better life. Their upbringing, it is violent, and we live in a violent cartel country. I can tell you this by my own perspective, as I live in Tijuana. We have, saludos mi Richard, cómo no, es un placer verte mi Richard, un abrazo grandísimo mi Richard. It is completely different. The lack of the difference of culture, that is a reality. Let's just say it like it is. But it's because of their systems of what they have lived. And I'm not justifying migrants. It is a reality, people. The people from Central America and South America, they have a violent upbringing. It is just, you go to Venezuela, it is communist. You go to Nicaragua, it is corruption. You go to Honduras, it is corruption. You go to Guatemala, you go to Nicaragua, it is all corruption. And it is just, first their pockets. First, it is, first it's not only their pockets, but it's also ultimately the government is first, and then it is just the population. There's a really, really stupid comment that I really am looking at the comment. It says, "Help Ukraine, that is a white country." Wow, it has nothing to do with color. It has all to do with levels of education and how their country is being managed, and in terms to corruption and in terms to government. It has the whole to do with that. So now we're on the ideology that countries that they're white, they're educated, but countries that they're not white, they're not educated. So you're telling me that all Mexican people, that they're not white, they're not educated, and they're not capable of having a degree, having a bachelor's, having a master's, being a leader in another country because they're brown? The best president that exists right now in the whole world, his name is Nayib Bukele. He's not white. He's putting his people first, and he's putting his country first, and he's guarding the National Guard outside of the borders to take care of his country. He's not white. He's bringing back to his economy coffee and farming and all of these things that they are going to boost his economy and create his economy, a better economy for his people. He's not white. But of course, we go with the pandering and the stupidity of some comments that they say Oscar is betraying his own people. Why? Because I'm just saying the reality of what is the difference between a first-class poor country and a third-world-class country. But all these leftists, progressive communists, they think everything is about the white supremacy, the white color, and they were bullying me when I was young because of my last name. If your last name was Rodriguez, you were bullied from white people specifically. But the people that have last names from Germany, last names from Russia, last names from other entities, they don't get bullied. They're magnificent. They're great. But specifically Latinos, we get bullied consistently. How stupid is that? How crazy is that? These kind of comments are the ones that have the kind of population so polluted. It is because it is a white country. Holy cow. What would ever happen if a Ukrainian marries a Mexican? What would you do there? What would you do there? Unbelievable. So let's go back to topic. This is how they left the bus station. This is how they left the bus station. Clean. Let me go to the images right here. So we can press play and we can show you how they left the images. This is inside of the bus station. So all of them, they got moved to the shelter. Look how they folded the chairs. They folded the tents. Everything was organized. They picked up the trash. I will pause the video right here. And why am I pausing the video? Because they got moved to another shelter. This shelter, it is, remember you guys when I was broadcasting back in 2018, 2019, the first caravan that came over here to Tijuana, massive caravan, 6,000, and they were put on a baseball field. They were put on a baseball field. And as they were put in the baseball field, it was a complete disaster. All these migrants that were put in a baseball field, Central America migrants, and now they have put all the migrants from Ukraine on that same particular area premises, but it is a sports premises. But inside that premises, there's a basketball court that is gated and that is it has a rooftop. So they put more than 500 migrants from Ukraine in there. All these migrants are waiting for political asylum into the United States of America, which is a legitimate case of asylum. It is a war. They're going through a war. So it is a legitimate case of asylum. There's nothing else. It's a legitimate case of asylum. So this is what is happening right now in Tijuana. They move to another place. But this is the most craziest thing. What are you about to see? You guys remember the port of entry of El Chaparral? The port of entry of El Chaparral was closed. Why it was closed? Because it had a migrant camp. Before the migrant camp, it was the pandemic. So you had two things. Why the most important port of entry, possibly in between the north borders in between Mexico and the United States, it was closed. That is the El Chaparral. That is the PedWest, pedestrian west port of entry. It was closed, and now, because of the current situation of the migrants from Ukraine, they're giving them private accessibility. How crazy is that? They're giving them private accessibility to the United States through this port of entry that it was closed. So they particularly opened this port of entry only for the migrants from Ukraine. How crazy is that? So you have a lot of people from Mexico that they're crossing continuously, but they did not open that port of entry for the Mexican people that they're crossing continuously. I'm not saying that it's unfair, but I'm saying, wow, that is a privilege. And they came to an agreement between the government of Mexico and the government of the United States to open that pedestrian port of entry. And we got an actual video of it. Here it is. This is a bus that is coming in to the PedWest. These are buses full with people from Ukraine. And they're entering the international port of entry of El Chaparral. Right here, it is on the left. You will see a bridge right here. That is the PedWest. That is the main entrance at the pedestrian port of entry. This right here that looks like a pathway right here on the left. That is the pathway to go to the pedestrian port of entry. Right here on the left, you will see the canal. And right here, you will see vehicles exiting the United States of America. They opened the pedestrian port of entry of El Chaparral specifically to let in people from Ukraine. That is how much of a power of the situation of the war between Ukraine and Russia, how the sensibility and also the sensibility and also the sensitive topic of a war. There's a comment right here, and I will address it. Why Haitians don't get special Ukraine privileges? This is not a Ukraine privilege. It is a war. It is a migrant and it is a war. It is not a Ukraine privilege. Get that color thing out of your head. Same treatment as Haitians and are not white. Do you remember 2015 in Tijuana? Do you remember 2015 in Tijuana? You're saying Haiti is at war and they just killed their president. Who is attacking Haiti? Which other country? Because if in that case, if you're telling me Haiti is at war, I can tell you Mexico is at war with the cartel. And nobody's putting attention to Mexico. You know that, right? 108,000 murders in the first 3 years of AMLO. We're going against insecurity against the cartel. That is an internal war. If Haiti has an internal war, the state and the government needs to take care of it. This is an international war that it can cause to a third world war. So different, because if you're going to tell me this, that because of people from Haiti are going through a war also, I can tell you Mexico is going through a war also with the cartel. And already in the past administration, and I hate to say this, but the past president that it was Donald Trump. Say hello to the great Michael Young. Thank you so much for joining in to the live feed, sir. Thank you so much. Follow Michael Young, extremely one of the best war journalists and war journalist correspondents in the United States of America. and ultimately the first, I will say, the first American United States citizens that took the risk to go to the Darien Gap. Great Michael Young, the great Michael Young. So I will tell you this. If you're in Mexico, Mexico has an internal war with the cartel. It has 8 cities on the top 10 for violence and delinquents and homicides and killings in the world. 8 on the top 10. It's not 1, it's not 2, and not 3. I used to say 4 cities on the top 5, but now it's 8 on the top 10. How crazy is that? Not only that, let me address this fact. That is a problem in the country. It's not a problem of other countries. It is a problem of our country. But let me just remind you, for the viewer that make this comment. In the past administration, and I hate to say this because a lot of people are going to say, you're licking Donald Trump's boots. You're an orange man bad. Okay. The only president that has offered to go in there and annihilate this problem from the root, the past president, Donald Trump, he offered AMLO and he said, you need help, buddy, over there? Do you need help, buddy? Because I can provide a little bit of help if you need it. I can send my military in, just take care of it. If you need help, just tell me. If you need help, just tell me. And I will get you that if you need it. What AMLO did? AMLO denied that help. It is an internal problem. That is an internal problem, what is happening in Haiti. That is an internal problem, what is happening in Honduras. It is an internal problem, what is happening in Nicaragua. It is an internal problem with communism in Venezuela. It is an internal problem of what is happening in Cuba with Díaz-Canel. That is a communist system. It is an internal problem. This is a war that it can be easily threatened into a third world war. How serious are different? Let's separate the differences between these. So a lot of people getting their feelings hurt. Yeah, but people from Haiti are in a war. People in Haiti are suffering. People in Mexico are suffering also. People in Mexico, the indigenous people in indigenous parts of our country are being displaced by the cartel, by the organized crime, by governmental organizations. They're taking away their land so they can build a stupid train that is called the Maya train. They're contaminating and they're tearing trees down because they want to build this stupid train from all the way to the south to the north. They're being displaced. Difference. So this is the port of entry of El Chaparral. It was opened. Somebody's saying, did you ask a migrant from Azov, the military of Azov? I have an interview and I forgot to post that interview. My God, I forgot, damn it. That interview with a migrant from Ukraine that migrated to the United States long too long ago. But I have an interview exclusive with him. And I asked him, what do you think about Azov? That the Russians and a lot of people are saying that is a Nazi military. And he said this for everybody. And he quoted, he said, it is not a Nazi. They were made to protect our country, not to protect nobody else. Russia started saying that they were Nazi. That is what he said. Not me. That is what he said. So this is the port of entry of El Chaparral that it was open only just for migrants from Ukraine to enter. As you see right here, there's the bus. You got military. You got the Institute National Immigration offices right here. You got also security. And you got Grupo Beta right here on the left. You got like 4 or 5 governmental authorities guiding the migrants specifically to this port of entry of El Chaparral, who has been closed for more than 2 years. And it was opened for them to enter. So you see right here the bus. Let me drink some water. You see the authorities right here giving a go. And it was specifically opened for them to enter. You see all migrants from Ukraine right here on the bottom getting out of the bus, and there they go. These are migrants from Ukraine that they are specifically, they open up one port of entry specifically for them. This is crazy. And I'm not hating, I'm not hating to particularly on Ukrainian people. No, I'm not. Everybody deserves a right to migrate. Everybody deserves a right to go. But it is crazy how they open a specific port of entry for the migrant population of Ukraine. Wow. It's an international port of entry to the United States of America, one of the greatest countries that exists in the world. And as they specifically send an order, the government of California with the government of Baja California to open this specific port of entry only for Ukrainian citizens. And the United States of America government had an agreement with the Mexican government to take care of this matter. Crazy. They're saying hi right here as they are going inside of the United States of America. This is the West that directly takes you into the United States of America. That is one news. Holy cow. Crazy. That's crazy. And I'm not saying it is bad. I'm not saying, bless them that they have the opportunity to, bless them that they had the opportunity for them to enter into the United States of America. That quick, with that ability, God bless them. I'm just saying, how fast was this agreement between the United States of America government and the United States of America government? It was really fast. It was really fast. Extremely fast. But ultimately, they were embedded. They were being admitted, embedded immediately. But because they were basically in harm's way, that is what these NGOs are saying. And also the Department of International Human Rights, they were saying they're in harm's way on the other pedestrian port of entry. So we're going to move them to this one, and we're going to give them accessibility to enter the United States through this one. So that's how crazy it is. I'm like, wow. So this is what is coming. Title 42. Title 42, we have been talking about it. Ben Berquan, Real America's Voice News. Real Anthony Agüero, Baltimore News, my partner. Todd Bensman, the great Todd Bensman, the person that has the best statistics and numbers in the country of the United States of America in terms of immigration. Center of Immigration Studies, Todd Bensman. Also, our colleague and photographer and video camera guy, photojournalist also, Alden Cabello. All of us, we have been reporting on Title 42 and what is going to happen. And I have been going to the south border to show you guys what is going to happen if Title 42 has been lifted. Title 42 is going to be a huge problem. Not demeaning, not talking bad about the migrants, leftists, progressives, communists, cornflakes. Leave your feelings outside of the box. You guys know, I know, and everybody knows that if the United States government, it is not prepared like it has shown, Mexico, it is not prepared, Central and South American countries are not prepared at all, it is going to be chaos at every border. And it has undoubtedly been shown in the past months that Title 42, when it was not lifted, caravans were being made. Consistent flow of immigration through all countries were being done. But the most sad thing about it, that is the thing that I focus on more, it is the consistent trafficking that is occurring at every border, at every country. Trafficking of children, trafficking of women, abuse towards women, abuse towards children, and all the business that is involved that they're playing with human life. Just now, I just received a private message from a particular organization that they told me that 6 migrants from Venezuela are kidnapped in Mexico by the organized crime. 6 migrants from Venezuela are held hostage right now, and they're kidnapped. Until they are released, I will release a report on it. And they're asking for a quantity between $25,000 to $35,000 for their release. The organized crime kidnapped them. Why? Because the migrants that they're migrating with the illusion and all this stuff that they think that is going to be real easy and go to the United States of America because they're going to be embedded immediately. Thanks so much, Nancy. Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you for the coffees. Buy me a coffee on the top link. So all these migrants, they have an agreement with a coyote, a smuggler. And you think that the smuggler is going to be all right, and you think the smuggler is going to take you, and you feel secure. It is the only way. But as soon as you start going, you start seeing weird things going on. You never know that the smuggler is going to deliver you to a kidnap. And now these migrants are right now in harm's way. That's how sad it is right now. This is an update of what is happening in the Salvador at Tapachula. Again, for the 500 millionth time, migrants, thanks so much, Chris, for the coffees. Thanks so much. Migrants are fighting each other for the attention of the humanitarian visa. These are migrants that they're fighting the National Guard, and they're fighting between themselves. This happened 2 days ago. A fight broke loose because supposedly a migrant from Haiti hurt a woman migrant from Africa. And from there, this happened. This is clips and video from Juan Manuel Blanco, photojournalist from Tapachula. Hold on a minute. Wow. Holy cow. Wow. So this is what I heard about this. I will press play again. I will press play again. This is what I heard. Again, the National Guard is containing and is maintaining, trying to maintain order right there at the installations of regulation of documents in the Institute of National Immigration at Tapachula. So this is what happened. The woman that you see pressing and pushing, she wanted to go in, and she got hurt in some other place, lost in translation right there, in some other place by another migrant, and ultimately also by National Guard. And you can see that she's holding a rock. But ultimately, you will see other migrants also holding rocks as they're trying to fight to get in, for them to get an attention. So this is what actually, again, happened. Look how crazy this gets. Oh, wow. I this video, I haven't seen it. And I'm seeing this migrant with that big rock, huge rock in his hand. Look at this video again. Look at this guy. Wow, look at that. Holy cow. broke loose. What a disaster. Wow. Wow. Holy cow. Holy cow, look at that. And then this fight broke loose right here in the middle. It is, Tapachula has become chaos for the immigration influx. And it is because of the system that is being implemented. Also, there's a lot of corruption. Anonymous, thank you so much for the coffees. Also, Chris, Sharon, Ms. Mary Yates, thank you so much. Buy me a coffees on the top link. This is, look at the woman. She faded right here. This is how crazy. Look, this woman, I don't know if she got hurt, and she faded right here. This is how, and let me just, before I keep on going, there's a lot of factors right here for this kind of situations. One, the border is open. It is never going to stop. So if you have the border open, you will have this continuous chaos because there is a process in Mexico of how to do the visa transit in the format of immigration. That process takes some time. But you have the other side also, that is the corruption inside of the Institute of National Immigration, that are making a lot of money with the migrants and saying only the privileged that have money, they will come all the way to the front line, and the back, the poor, get them all the way to the back. The ones that they don't have money to pay the officials to get an immediate process, these are the migrants. So when you create this conflict, when you create this chaos at a border, you will have these kind of confrontations because they are created. It's not like they get up one day and they say, I'm going to pick up a rock and just throw it to the National Guard. No, it is because it is a consequence of situations. And because it is a consequence of the situations, you have this. And also the National Guard only has a shield to protect themselves. So you got consistent rocks, conflict, the Institute of National Immigration, that is a lot of corruption inside that institution that is asking for money. You got an open border because business needs to continue. Why I say business, mom and pop businesses are really happy with the mass migration of migrants. Hotels, motels in the border are really happy because they're getting massive influx. The economy is inflating, so it's getting much higher. Now, if you want to rent a hotel that it was 300 pesos, now it is 600 because there's a lot of migrants coming. So you inflate the economy. So it brings more business to the mom and pop businesses, but they don't know that they're creating chaos. And this is right here, the chaos. You see this woman right here. She's going to faint right here. The one with a dress right here. Right here. And she goes down right there. What? She fainted right there. Her colleague, Benjamin Alfaro, is right here. Ese Benjamin. And these countries, they have these kind of conflicts in their country. They're disconflicted. They're really conflicted people. They have a lot of conflict also in their countries. But ultimately, when you have corruption in Mexico, that is the number one root of the problem. That is the corruption of the government of Mexico. And if the government of Mexico will do things right, you will not have this kind of conflict consistently. And they will ultimately take care of this situation. So they carry the woman that she fainted. You see the faint woman right here. Wow, that is an incredible, wow, this video. So you have the migrants right here. The weather is really hot. It's humid. She faints right here. She passed out. You will see that they're arguing with the authorities. Woman just passed out right here in the middle of everything. She gets carried by her partner, husband, whoever it is, and she's picking her up. Look how the body is wobbly all over the place. She's trying to move the woman to another place. How bad of a conflict are we in, man? Title 42 is coming. The government of Mexico is not even close to remotely prepared for Title 42 if it is being lifted. The Biden administration does not care about anything. The Biden administration, they do not care. They do not care of what is happening and what is going to happen to the country of Mexico. They don't care what is going to happen to Guatemala. They don't care what is going to happen to Venezuela. They don't care what is going to happen to Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador. They do not care at all. The Biden administration, it is the worst administration in terms to immigration. Thanks so much, Miss Jerry Lee. God bless your dear heart. The Biden administration, it is the worst administration ever. I had the Obama administration, that it was the worst administration ever in terms to immigration. The Obama administration. If everybody thinks this is Obama 3.0, go ahead and think it yourself. Right now, who is the 46th legitimate, supposedly, president of the United States of America? It is Joseph Biden. And he does not care about kids being hurt in these caravans. He doesn't care about the trafficking of children that is occurring in the Darien Gap. Miss Jan, thank you so much for the coffees. God bless your dear hearts, everybody. Thank you for contributing to our travel fund. Buy me a coffee on the top link. Thank you so much. They do not care about the women being raped, people being kidnapped right now in Mexico. It is a huge business. Huge. It is not only people just here and there exchange of dollar or Bitcoin or whatever it is. No, it is people. It is human beings. And this has exacerbated. This has exacerbated into the most smuggling and trafficking in history. Not only in the borders of the United States of America, but in our country of Mexico. It has never been like this in history. Has never been like this in history. Somebody saying, I don't want foreigners in my country. You're a foreigner yourself, brother. I'm sorry, but the United States of America is a country of immigrants. You're a foreigner yourself. Show your heritage. Where's your heritage? I think that we're for legal migration. That is pretty derogatory of yourself. That comment. I don't like to read comments, but that is pretty derogatory of yourself. It is crazy how the Biden administration does not care at all for nobody. I don't care if you're not a Latino. I don't care. Whatever you are, you were from, check your heritage, please. These people, I'm not going to, oh my God, they live in a cave. What the hell? And then the worst, I'm Hispanic. Holy cow. That's different. You're Hispanic. Your heritage comes from Mexico. No, it doesn't. It comes from the United States of America. Holy cow. Where? When did we become this? Oh. This is the problem right now with Title 42. You know, the only president right now that is doing something for his people, the only president right now that actually he's doing something for his people, and I'm going to show it right now. A lot of people, I was having an argument yesterday with a journalist from Mexico, from Tijuana. This journalist was telling me a lot of people are fleeing the country of El Salvador. And I said, no, they're not. Why are we lying to each other? No, they're not. They're not doing it like it was before. There's no caravans coming out of El Salvador. There's none. Why are we lying to each other and making people believe that, yeah, there's people migrating from El Salvador, they're coming from El Salvador? Why this president of El Salvador, by the name of Nayib Bukele, is being criticized so harshly? Why? Do you know why? The president of El Salvador, Nayib Bukele, is being criticized by the left. This is why the Biden administration did not want to do anything with him. Because he ultimately was for sovereignty. That's the only thing that the president of El Salvador was about. Protection of his land. He started deploying the National Guard to detain the MS gang, Los Mareros, to detain them from not exiting their country, because everybody was criticizing El Salvador, was saying it is because of your fault that we have these gangs in our countries, Mexico, Honduras, Nicaragua, United States. It is because of your fault. So he said, all right, you want to blame it on me? All right, I got the problem. I will fix it. And he started deploying the National Guard. So because he's fighting the MS gang, he's bringing culture. He's farming in his own life. He's bringing coffee. He's bringing all these things that El Salvador is rich on minerals. He said, stop. We don't want trade. We don't want aid. We want trade. We don't want to depend on nobody, man. We want to do it ourselves. Teach us. Just give us a little bump. Give us a little push. And we will provide economy. And because of that, before I go on another rant, because of that, the gangs started getting violent in El Salvador. The gangs started getting violent in El Salvador. The gangs started threatening the citizens. The gangs of the MS gang started assaulting more because Bukele was fighting them, putting them in prison. Even the prisons, he got them better programs to hear the word of God at 12 o'clock in the evening. Even he did that. The only man that is fighting their own corruption inside of their country, it is this man. This is the best president in the continent of America. There's no other. And he's being neglected and denied because he's putting his people first. What is Trudeau doing for his people? Biden doing for his people? AMLO doing for Mexico? Yamate doing for Guatemala? Xiomara Castro is trying to change Honduras. Ortega with his dictatorship, what is he trying to do with Nicaragua? Venezuela, Nicolás Maduro with a communist system. Chile, what is he doing with his people? Argentina, they're going on a communist dictatorship and on the mandates. Who else? The president of Peru, what is he doing for their people? Listen to what he says right here. And how he's fighting the gangs. And how he does not care about what can happen. Listen to what he says right here. Extremely important that you listen to this man. Because this was the man that Biden did not invite it. Did not talk to when Nayib Bukele arrived to the White House. He did not even send the secretary to greet him. This is the only man that is fighting evil. Look how, because he was fighting these gangs, the gangs started committing more homicides. He started putting them in prison, and he said, you're not going to see the light of day to the gang members of MS. Not only that, you said, you're going to threaten my people. I'm going to punish these criminals that they are in my prisons. And I'm not going to give them not even a pinch of rice for them to eat. Look at what he says right here. And all these conspiracy comments. I hate these conspiracy GQ movement comments, man. Look at this. I'm going to translate what he says.
Oportunidad para enviarle un mensaje a los criminales.
I'm going to have this. I will have this opportunity to send a message to the criminals.
Adentro, porque eso les quitamos la televisión.
Not the ones that they're locked up right now, because those ones, I took their television.
Desde el 2019, claro.
From 2019, of course, I took their television.
Sino los que están afuera.
This is a message for all you gang members that they're outside right now.
Por ahí andan rumores que quieren empezarse a vengar de la gente honrada.
There's rumors going around that you want to take revenge on the honorable and responsible citizens.
Al azar.
Just, at a flip of a coin, just, picking and choosing whoever you want to take revenge against too.
Hagan eso y no va a haber un tiempo de comida en la...
You do that, and there's not going to be not even one time of food for all your homies that they're inside of a prison.
Cárceles. Uno.
Just one. Try to threaten one. Try to threaten one if you're randomly going to pick people to assassinate or threaten our citizens. And not even one criminal that is inside the prison, they're going to see the light of day and get food.
A ver cuánto tiempo duran sus homeboys allá.
Let's see how much time your homeboys are going to last over here without food.
Dentro. Les juro por Dios que no comen un arroz.
I will swear to God that they're not going to eat not even a pinch of rice. Not even a pinch of rice they're going to eat.
Y vamos a ver cuánto tiempo duran.
And let's see how much time they're going to last.
Y no me importa lo que digan los organismos internacionales.
And I don't care what the international organization said. This is because the International Commission of Human Rights is going to get involved. Somebody's asking, who is he? This is the president of El Salvador, Nayib Bukele. Because all the time when somebody's trying to bring order, law, and order, the International Commission of Human Rights gets in and they're like, he assassinated 10 people and he massacred another 20. Give him his humanitarian right. They're going to get in there. So he's specifically he's directing right now. He's directing right now this message to the international organizations, and he's saying, and I don't care what the international organizations say. Look what he says next.
Que vengan a proteger a nuestra gente.
The international organizations come and protect our people.
Que vengan a llevarse a sus pandilleros.
Come and take all these gang members.
Si tanto los quieren.
If you really want them, if you really want to protect them to all these international organizations, come and pick them and take them yourselves.
Se los entregamos todos al 2 por 1.
We give you all 2 for 1. Take them.
Ustedes desatan una ola de criminalidad y nosotros quitamos la comida en las calles.
If you guys put a wave of crime against randomly citizens, honorable citizens, we are going to take the food from all of your homeboys in prison.
Cárceles. Y recuerden que en las cárceles no solo están los 17,000 pandilleros,
And to remember that not only in prisons, there's the 17,000 gang members.
que ya estaban, sino que están también los 6,000 que hemos arrestado
It's not only about the 17,000, but also the 6,000 that we just recently arrested.
en estos 9 días.
In these past 9 days, we have arrested 6,000. So take that into consideration.
Y también van a estar ustedes cuando los arrestemos y los llevemos ahí. Y ahí no van a tener
And also, you are the ones that they're going to be also in there. And because of you doing this, you're not going to have food when you also get caught.
comida tampoco. Así que mejor esténse tranquilos
So this is a message to you to just stay calm
y déjense arrestar.
and let you guys be arrested and be detained.
Por lo menos allá adentro van a vivir y van a tener comida.
At least inside of the prison, you will be alive and you will have food
2 tiempos, claro.
at 2 times, of course,
Y sin pollo.
and without chicken. How incredible and crazy is that? A country that doesn't have that much production, a country that doesn't have that much of exporting and importing, a country that it is third world class country, a country that has nobody thought that it will progress, a country that is this little has a president that has more pants than the whole continent. This president has the pants that it needs to be done. He has the pants. He wears the pants. He is the one that calls the shots. Not like Joe Biden, that he has Nancy Pelosi and all these radical progressives. Has Rashida Tlaib. Where in the hell is Alexandria Ocasio? Have you guys seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? You seen her? Have you seen Alexandria Ocasio? Rashida Tlaib, where is she at? Honta. Where are they? You know? Also, where in the hell is Veronica Escobar? The hell is it? Ilhan Omar? Have you guys seen these people? Have you guys seen them? Right now that the United States is crumbling and it's having the biggest problems possibly in the history of the United States of America, you don't see this disgusting Congress people. They're disgusting, really. They're really disgusting. None of those showing their face. Do you remember Alexandria Ocasio, crying at the El Paso detention center for the kids? Oh my God. But now that you have more than 38,000 that they have been registered unaccompanied minors entering the country of the United States of America, whether you put them through a catastrophe of smuggling and trafficking, there's no crying. There's no crying. Producer, do you have the list of the top 20, I believe top 20 cities of the world for violence and homicides that I posted one time? If you have it and if you can get it to me right now, through whatever message, I would love to put it on because I want to prove something with this. What do I want to prove? I want to prove that El Salvador is not in the top 10, not even in the top 15. Honduras is not even in the top 10. The low crime rate has lowered, the crime rate has lowered down a lot. Even they're having their internal problems, but not like Mexico. Mexico has a really insecurity problem. They're assassinating journalists. They're assassinating the innocent. They're taking away the rights of the farm people that they were just farming, and they're forcing the children to be in cartel gangs. Unbelievable factors that they're misled. And a lot of people don't put attention to this. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm Oscar Blue. I'm reading some comments, and some comments are really derogatory. I don't get into my feelings because I'm not a liberal. You know, liberals really get into their feelings. When I talk to a liberal, I said, "All right, let's get it. Let's talk about whatever you want to talk about, but just let's leave out this language. If you want to sit down and talk to me, let's leave out this language. All right? Okay? Here we go. There's no white supremacy. There's no white imperialism. There's no American imperialism. There's no, it is my body, it is my right. I'm oppressed. I feel harassed. I feel threatened. And no borders, no walls, no USA at all. Leave that language alone. And leave it alone. Leave it, just get it out of the box. And let's sit down and talk. And when you tell them that, they don't want to talk. Oh, you're an extremist, right-winger, right? Oscar Blue, you're creating hysteria about it and mess about. I got bullied when I my last name, and people were bullying me. I felt so bad. My last name is Ramirez. If I ever been into the United States of America, and if they say Ramirez, I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, I'm so bullied, I'm so traumatized. Where's my reparations for the bullying that I received because they were telling me that my name was Ramirez? Do you know what my grandpa, God rest his soul, would say this? Would say if I go to his house, you know, when they used to, old people, you know, old folks in Mexico, they used to make carnitas on the floor. They dig out a big hole and then they put a bag and then they put the carnita. Oh my God, the best carnita. Those are foods. Do you imagine if I approach my grandpa and my grandma, God rest her soul, and if I approach my grandpa, hey, son, you know, grandpas in Mexico, old grandpas wear that Tejano hat, always wear the Tejano hat, and always wear boots. All these old cats, man, they always wear boots. My grandpa used to wear boots. Man, my grandpa was one of the greatest. My God, love my grandpa. God rest his soul. Imagine if I was with my grandpa getting into the house and, Grandpa, how you doing? Hey, mijo, véngase para acá, véngase, una cerveza, traigas. You want a beer? Bring it away. Hey, come on, hug him, kiss him. What's going on? Grandpa got something to tell you. What's going on, mijo? You look pretty pale. What's going on? I got something to tell you right now. Cannot go on in life. Ah, chinga. Well, ¿qué te pasó? What happened? You look really pale. You look like you're having a problem. I can't do it anymore. I've been traumatized all my life, Grandpa. Ooh, did somebody abuse you when you were young? I know who it was. It was de la tiendita. No, Grandpa, it was not him. He looked at you funny when. No, it was not him. I'm traumatized right now because of my last name. The hell? Chinga. Your last name, yeah, they bullying me because the white people are saying Ramirez. And it's supposed to be Ramirez. Get the hell out. Órale, cabrón. Tráigame una cerveza, hijo de la... The hell out of here. This is how the leftists are in the United States. This is how they think. They feel oppressed because of their last name. Ay, tú, no te voy a doler los sentimientos. Ay, me duele. Not only that, when they create this idea of Latinx, imagine going to those that you feel so proud of your heritage, right? Because you feel so proud of your heritage. Orgulloso de tu, right? If you feel proud of your heritage and where you come from, imagine if you tell your grandpa, your grandma that you're not going to be identified anymore as a Latino or a Latina. You're going to be identified as a Latinx. What do you think they're going to tell you? Do you think that they're going to tell you, ¿Qué chingados es eso? ¿Y eso qué? What the hell is that? It's because we identify now with an X, Grandma. Because I don't know if one day I want to be a shark or an elephant. Even I want to be a tiger on Friday nights. Holy cow. Imagine these people trying to change our heritage, trying to change who we are. It is part of their agenda. They're trying to change society. It is. I was talking to a delegate from the city of Algodones the other day, and I was telling her they're trying to change the society. They're trying to change the laws of society. It is impossible. It is men and women. If they have some type of identity, go ahead and do what you got to do. But their progressive identity, they're trying to implement it. And now they want to, no, I want to identify it as an X. Imagine if I one day want to go to the store and, sir, you want to pay this? It's your turn, sir. For God's sake, gentlemen, every time that I come here, I already told you that I identified as a buffalo. If I go to that cashier, identify me as a buffalo. Don't you understand that today is Thursday? Only in the United States. It's this kind of crap. Only in the United States that is happening. Only over there. Over here, there's a certain little wave that is coming over here. Just a little wave. Thanks so much, Marcy, for the coffees. A little wave that is coming that they have this identity problems. They have a thing right now that they're wearing the skirt right now at a really known junior high school over here. They're wearing the skirt and all this kind of stuff. We want to wear a skirt because we want to identify it as whatever. And I had a problem with it. I'm not going to lie. I had a problem with it. But there's people that they have their own reasons. And they say, you know what? If I want to wear a skirt, wear a skirt. I'm like, all right. You know, let them express themselves, Oscar Blue. You sound pretty machismo. I'm like, what does a skirt have to do with machismo? Well, they want to wear a skirt. Sadly, this is what I say, that they want to change society laws. Sadly, for these young kids, there's a thing that is called rules. I don't know if you heard it. Let me just Google that. It is a thing that is called rules. And rules, let me say, rules significant. Rules, it is a law, some sort of law. So these rules apply and they're applicable to schools. What are the rules of schools? Men wear pants. Ladies wear skirts. Ladies, you want to wear a pant? Wear some pants. Men, you want to wear a skirt? You cannot. There's rules. When you get out of school, and if you want to be Buzz Lightyear at the bus station and think that you are going to go and to infinity and beyond, go ahead and do whatever the hell you want. Do whatever you want. This is not Scotland, but whatever you want to do and wear outside. I just got out of school and I want to wear a skirt. Go ahead and wear it. Whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it. But they're trying to disturb and also continuously change societies. And this is the new progressive liberalism. Progressive. Feminize. Make it think that it's okay. So you will be normalized one day. And one day, you used to watch G.I. Joes and Thundercats, you will say one day that it's hot, the weather's hot, and you will say, the hell with it. Everybody's doing it. Why shouldn't I? I'm going to wear a skirt. And there you go. Thank you so much for joining in. We are going to be traveling soon. Soon, I mean soon. And we're going to go again to another country. Last time that we did that, it didn't end it real good. We got assaulted by a organized crime, particularly MS individuals at gunpoint. It was more than 6 of them. But we are taking extreme precautions this time. And we are going to be traveling to another country in South America. That's the only thing that I can say. Soon. Hopefully everything is done correctly. And after that, we are going to be doing, best reporting, not only in a country of South America, but we're going to go to several countries that they are really close to the borders, around 4 to 5. Hopefully everything gets, done correctly. And we can travel and bring you guys reality and truth of the news before Title 42 is lifted. Title 42. Thank you so much for joining in. Follow my partner, Real Anthony Agüero, as he is embedded with the Patriot Convoy, truck convoy, Patriot Convoy. He's doing some videos at YouTube and also at Getter at Real Anthony Agüero. And particularly go over there and follow him. YouTube, Getter, all these platforms. Go over there and follow him. Ben Berquan, Real America's Voice News, the voice of the people. Chief investigative reporter and Captain America. Ben Berquan, follow him also. FrontlineAmerica.com, Real America's Voice News. Also, Real America's Voice News, download the app at Roku. Also, Hulu and all these other things we are at. We are on all these places. Follow all the people that they're in Real America's Voice News. Great people, all of them. My God, all of them, they're phenomenal and great. Behind the camera, Jason from Dr. Gina. God, man, that guy's just awesome. Cameron from War Room, send you a big hug. All of you guys are great. Mr. David Oliver, God. Whew. Wendy Bell Radio Network. Download the app. It is free. Download the app, Wendy Bell Radio Network. Go to the App Store right now. Don't be lazy, man. Pick up the phone. Go to the App Store right now. Let's do it together. Go to the App Store. Pick up your phone and put App Store right there. Or whatever store. Put Wendy Bell Radio Network and download the Wendy Bell Radio Network. We are correspondents also for Ms. Wendy and the Wendy Bell Radio Network, and also for the great Brock, great producer Brock, and Jason, also another producer inside of the Wendy Bell Radio Network. Go over there and download that app. Be sure to do that. So, thank you so much for joining in. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News, correspondent for Real America's Voice News and the Wendy Bell Radio Network. Thank you, and thank you. Follow me at Getter. Follow me at Getter. Oh, we got people at Getter. I haven't even addressed the audience at Getter. I'm sorry, people at Getter. We got 147 people at Getter, man. That's awesome. What's going on, Getter? Got 147 people at Getter, man. That is just great. 147 plus I got almost 400 people. That's good. Say hello to Pamela Hernandez, Bogart's mom, Andrea Schaefer, Penny Heaven, Pamela Hernandez again, Seacoast Gal. To all the people that are watching at Getter, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining in. So, God bless you all. We will see each other later on. Stay safe. And like we always say, people, like we always say, where is it at? Where is the banner, man? Where is the banner? Right here. Like we always say, peace and love, everybody. Because always your country's first. God bless. We'll see you there the next time.
We're in the middle of everything. They're carrying a child. Look at this. They're carrying a child. Look at this. This is horrible.
Ustedes tienen familia, somos inmigrantes, no somos delincuentes. Somos inmigrantes, no somos delincuentes.
Discúlpeme, oficial. They have encapsulated them. They're pushing. Now they're pushing. Some of them, they're escaping underneath to the ranches. Look at this, man. They're throwing rocks. They're hitting the National Guard officers. Throwing rocks over here.
Gosh, what a scene to see really unfolding here, and having them use that rope so that they're all able to stay together is really interesting to see all this happen, Oscar.
Tijuana is number 4 in the world for violence and homicides. Due to this factor, the military will be moved to Tijuana. And free of San Isidro next door to the city of Tijuana, Mexico. Migrants looking for asylum from Ukraine arrived to the
Rotos, señores, las barreras. Ya no los pueden controlar. They have broke the barriers. They cannot control them.